This passage is about uh, how, because of the demand of certain commodities, example he has taken of coffee, but it applies to all commodities. Because of the demand for certain commodities and the need to meet this particular demand, we end up uh, changing the countryside to a great extent. We end up making so many changes that it has actually started harming the ecological balance. Right? We may not know about its full implication uh, at the first glance, but if we take a quick look at history, if you look at how uh, things have been like in the past, it helps us realize the impact, the full consequence, the the true nature of this impact, right? And the author also asks us to take a re-look at how capitalism works. By capitalism, he's referring to nothing else but this consumeristic tendency to produce to meet our needs. So take a look at or re-look at capitalism vis-a-vis how it is changing the world. Right. So this is the passage. Let's look at the questions. Third question. The important thing to remember here is we are looking for something which is valid except, which means we are looking for something that is not valid. Right. So the moment we get this clear, things will become easier. Let's look at the options. Uh, which of the following is wrong? We need to reassess capitalism and make it focus more on agriculture. The last part of the paragraph tells us very clearly that when we, especially this part, if you look at it, I'll show you the part that is relevant, right? So the one way to rethink global capitalism is to start in the countryside instead of the city and to look at agriculture instead of industry. So this is basically the line which tells us that this answer, this is question number 3. Option A cannot be the answer because it is implied, right? So I've eliminated that, the line which we just read. Now, option B, history does not provide. Yes, history does provide us clues. This is also something which is a direct reference to a particular line. Let me quickly show you the line. Look at this line. The past provides us with clues about how we can play a role as citizens, workers, and consumers in bending the course of economic development in such a way that one planet is enough. In short, the past can give us clues as to how we can minimize, how we can lessen the damage, right? So that way, of course, history will provide us lessons. When you say the past, you of course mean history. Now, to get the answer in the passage, this much is enough. To get the answer in the actual exam, this much is enough because you have to find only one answer, right? So this is enough. By the way, if you look at option C, this is also something which is correct. It gave an impetus to capitalism. Yes, by capitalism, he means this consumeristic culture. So of course, modification of countryside into farmlands, right? It gave a boost to capitalism and probably vice versa. Also, the two are related. If you look at D, by converting the countryside to farms, we are ignoring the, yes, of course, we need to look at it from a fresher perspective, from a larger perspective. That basically means we are ignoring it now. We are not aware of, or probably willfully unaware of what is happening. So that is what the passage says. Let's look at the next question.